Hey everybody, I want to talk a little bit about chemtrails because, some people say they don't exist and whatnot, but here we got a law. You can look it up. November 18th, 1997. Anybody knows about laws, they pass these huge things. This one happens to be 450 pages, okay? But, here you go. You got Air Force programs and healthcare programs and all this other stuff. But what we're going to concentrate on is actually Section 1078 right here, okay? And it sounds good. They always do this. Restrictions on the use of human subjects for testing of chemical, biological agents. And you could read all this, okay, whatever. I'm going to show you the main points, right? Prohibited activities and blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's one very important part. Repeal of superseded provision of law, Section 808 of the Department of Defense Appropriation Authorization Act from 1978, 50 U.S.C. 1520 is repealed, okay? It's very important they do this because everything they're doing, you may think, oh, they can't spray chemicals on us, they're not allowed to. I'm telling you what, this law in 1997 makes it legal. Alright, so let's go ahead. This was the code that was repealed from the 70s. Restrictions on use of human subjects for testing of chemical or biological agents. Okay, and you see, any test or experiment involving the use of a chemical agent or biological agent on a civilian population, or any testing of a chemical agent or biological agent on human subjects. And then exceptions, right? Does not apply to a test or experiment carried out in any peaceful purpose related to medical, therapeutic, pharmaceutical, agriculture, or industrial research activity, any purpose directly related to the protection against toxic chemicals, and any law enforcement purpose, not any purpose related to riot control, okay? And that's some more biological agents aside, like protozoas and fungi, and okay. Well, they had to change this because this is the new one, okay? They had to change it because the things changed. They weren't thinking about weather modification in the 70s. So they basically rewrote the law and whatever. And it was like, once again, you may not directly or by contact any test or experiment involving the use of a chemical agent or biological agent under a civilian population, or any testing of a chemical agent or biological agent on human subjects. Like, why? We're covered, right? What could possibly go wrong? They're not allowed to hurt us. And then you read the exceptions. Everything with these people is law. And they don't change a law or write a law unless they plan on fully exploiting it. So here's the exceptions. Any peaceful purpose that is related to medical, therapeutic, pharmaceutical, agricultural, industrial, or research activity. So you could basically say we're researching the climate, or we want to see the effects of aluminum on plant life, or we want to see if these drugs we spray into the air affects the population, and they have done that. In July 4th of a few years ago, NASA ran a lithium rocket, and then all along the Virginia area, they were forcing motorists to give blood tests. People were like, hey, this is a DWI checkpoint, you can't take my blood. They weren't taking your blood for DWI, they were taking your blood to see the lithium levels in it. Okay, now the other exception is any purpose that is directly related to the protection against toxic chemicals or biological weapons or agents. So we could spray down or mist this whole town if it's going to protect you from another agent or biological weapon or chemical or anything. And then any law enforcement purpose, including any purpose related to riot control. So if you're in Ferguson or whatever they had with the riots, or, Trump's not my president, they have the right to spray you for riot control. But I want you to see this. Research activity. So basically, they could say they're running a test, and they are perfectly fine with spraying barium, protozoas, aluminum salts, whatever. that it's all in the exceptions. They have their bases covered. They're totally legitimate, legal to do it. You may not agree with it, but they don't care what you agree with. They're doing it. Okay, as you can see here, I had a video up, and you can check it on my wall, but it's basically a plane laying this trail, and then I didn't even realize that there was another plane coming. And, people say, oh, you don't even understand about contrails, they're at a different altitude, and blah, blah, blah. It is so rare, okay, that I'm going to produce a challenge to everybody, propose a challenge to everybody on this, watching this video. Instead of writing me a letter, which I really don't care, because you're not going to change my mind, and I'm probably not going to change yours, but maybe if you do this challenge, we can see eye to eye on something, okay? Once again, here, not even a tiny fraction of a contrail, if you see right here. So this is what I want to propose, okay? I want you people, because of the date of that law, let me go back. I want you to find any video on all of YouTube before 1997 that shows lines all over the sky. Like this. Now, there's better pictures than what I got. I got videos with Tic Tac Toe and all that other stuff in the sky. But what your mission is going to be is to show me on YouTube somebody like Day in the Beach 1995, hanging out at an airport in 1993. Anytime before that date of the law, and you show me a Tic Tac Toe Sky, and you will not be able to find, you might be able to find one contrail. I'm not saying you won't find a video with a contrail, but you will never find a Tic Tac Toe Sky with the grid formation and everything all around, okay? And if one plane is going to be laying a trail, okay, shouldn't they all, okay? There's a chart, I remember Richie from Boston named it, that's NASA's property, but that basically says the conditions. It's very rare to make contrails, and we don't have this every day, okay? It's getting to the point where it's 250, 300 days a year. It's very rare I see a blue sky with puffy clouds, put it that way. It's always this crap. Always this crap in the sky, and always this crap in the sky, okay? They did not change the jet fuel legitimately. So don't say, oh, these are old planes, blah, 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 in the 70s. No, it's always been kerosene. It's always been kerosene has been the jet fuel. Now, there are people who say they add the chemtrails into the fuel. That is very possible. I don't know enough about it. But what I do know is none of you people with all of the billions of videos on YouTube are going to find a home movie from before 1997 with a tic-tac-toe pattern in the sky, alright? And save your crap. I don't want to hear about it. Oh, this is that, you don't understand how this works, or flight tracker, or blah, blah, blah. I've already come to my conclusions. I will eat my hat if you show me videos of tic-tac-toes in the sky. And I don't mean that one. There's one video out from the 50s that shows chemtrails all over the sky. Alright? We don't have any information on that. They could have been spraying back then too. It doesn't mean it's contrails. Alright? There's one video that somebody brought. I'm talking about home movies. I want to see something that was filmed by somebody with the lines all over the sky. Alright? If not, don't even bother commenting. If you comment with the video, say, hey, look, I found 1995 people at Disneyland, Tic Tac Toe Skies. Alright? Post that in my comments, and I will gladly approve it. Other than that, I don't want to hear shit from you. And with that, WD-40. Guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out.